Shalom,
Shalom.
and welcome to our home.
Future home.
Future home. Wouldn't be much of a house right now.
No, not at all. Gets very hot in here. What was the highest that you've seen so far?
I think the highest I saw so far was 119.
Yeah, that's too hot.
That was, I think that was with the tarps on, though. We've been putting tarps on to keep the rain out of the walls because it's been raining almost every single day.
Yeah. Encouragement to read Psalm 119.
Yep.
If you have it.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this is the current state of the bus.
As you can see, Alex took it from where it was, that was down here, and put it up 28 inches. Very daunting to watch the love of my life and here watching all that happen.
Yeah. We posted the time lapse of the roof raise, and once we had everything cut and ready to go as far as the raising of the roof part, everything leading up to it, but the lifting of the roof itself, it only took us an hour and 15 minutes, which it goes really fast. It's a long road preparing for that raising moment, but once you do, especially if you're only doing like a 12-inch roof raise, it's only like if you have two people with a 12-inch roof raise, the lifting part can take as little as like 10 minutes, if that. So it goes really fast. I was a lot more cautious and slow. So while an hour and 15 minutes sounds really short, it's really a long time as far as roof raise lifting goes. But I was doing it all by myself, and I was going slowly and little by little that way.
Kind of like one of these.
Yep. Lift a couple inches in the front, pause everything up front, go to the back and lift a couple inches in the back, and make sure everything's secured and temporarily fastened so that way it wouldn't tip or rock or roll. And we had a couple of straps as cross braces, and so we had to adjust those throughout the lift to make sure it didn't tip side to side or anything like that.
Which was a big help.
Yeah.
Glad we did that.
Yahuwah blessed us with a day where it wasn't windy, it wasn't like overly sunny. It was a pretty nice day. And
Which is rare for this summer. This is like the rainiest Wisconsin summer we've ever seen.
Yep.
It's like turning into a rainforest up here. The other day, Alex was like, we're going to have to tell our friend that's letting us stay here that there's lemurs up here now.
Yeah.
Not really, but...
It's been, if not, I think the most we've seen is like a 2-day gap all summer.
Yeah, every 2 days it rains.
Especially the real summer like season, according to the scriptural calendar. It's been every other day rain.
But we've been praying that Yahuwah would open the doors and open up the forecast for us and have the weather work with us, and it's all in His will and timing. Like
it's also been weird with looking at the weather. It just changes every day we look at it.
We've never seen the weather be so inaccurate, and we've traveled the country, so this is definitely a weird thing, and who knows if it's weather manipulation or what, but also this next week is a lot of sun, the most sun that we've seen, so hopefully Yahuwah makes the way, because we're really ready. And I mean, we have been putting our heads down and just doing a bunch of work, but we want to start putting in long hours and really get this enclosed, because you don't want to have it sit like this for a long time, and neither do we. And we have a very limited window in Wisconsin before it gets cold. Yeah.
But yeah, so this is where we're at right now. We did the roof raise part of it. We did the full demo, obviously, and now we did the roof raise part of it. And the structure for the roof raise is all there. And now the next step is right now it's just tack welded. So I've got everything square and where it all needs to be. So everything is in alignment. It's not leaning one way, or it's not tipping, or nothing's weird. So we've got to fully weld all of the extensions, which is the supports. We've got to weld all of those fully solid, and then the next step after that is to start putting our window frames in. Just yesterday we were able to go and actually order our windows, so we've got all of the windows that we're going to put in all these openings. Wherever you don't see an extension, that's where a window will be, except for this one. This will be our front door. We're moving our front door to the middle of the bus. That really opens our whole layout plan to be able to do something completely different.
We'll probably do a whole other separate video talking about our layout and like where everything's going and different things.
But yeah, so we ordered our windows last night, and they're double pane residential house windows. So they're 100% vinyl, which is like a plastic. It's a kind of a plastic, and so the windows won't ever mold. They won't ever rot away or deteriorate. And so we really wanted to be as mold conscious as we could with the entire build of the bus. So our next step will be to make the frames out of metal for those windows, and then after that is done, then it'll just be a couple other things to get the sheets on the side, and then we'll be putting the sheets on the sheet metal on the side of the bus. So that's a big step, and it'll be really cool to see it start to get enclosed and come together. And once we get onto that step, it'll have to go pretty fast because the glue that we're going to use to glue the sheets of metal together as like a seam sealer to make it waterproof. It's a very small work time, and you have to do one whole side within 72 hours. So,
and it's like caulk, but it's like permanent caulk. You're never gonna get it off.
Yeah, and it's not really a caulk as much as it is like a glue, and it's made for boat building. Actually, it's made for panel sealing in boat building. So if you were to build a boat and put two pieces of metal together and rivet it, you would put this glue in between the panels, and it's made to go below the water line, like on a boat. So it's technically like submarine grade glue. So that's what we're looking for. So it's not really gonna be, we're not gonna count on it very much, but it's gonna be there, and it'll be a very, very big blessing for us. So so once we get all of everything enclosed, we'll have our windows. We can put those in after everything's enclosed.
And now we have all of that material.
Yeah. So we have all the material, short of the trim to frame out the windows on the inside. We're going to use it's a PVC board. So rather than like a wood board around our window as like a window frame, we're gonna
mold.
Yeah, it would mold, and then anywhere where you have wood on metal is never a good mix.
We learned that the hard way.
Yeah, it allows condensation and thermal bridging, and if any air does get through or any temperature change, it will sweat there at that joint. And if you have wood touching metal, it's just never good. So our goal is going to be 0 wood to metal contact in the entire bus. So we should be able to get, with all the planning that we have, we should be able to achieve that, which will be amazing.
We spent the entire winter praying and seeking the Father and saying,
researching,
Father, what is the best way for us to build this bus so that we don't ever have even a chance of mold?
Yeah.
We learned our lessons the hard way, and it was for a time. We've been saying that about the old bus. Old bus too, it was horrible and it uprooted our life, but Yahuwah had everything happen in perfect timing, and our old bus gave us a chance to really learn what we liked living in a bus, what we needed for that 2-year time frame, so that now going into the rest of our life in this bus, we know so much more. So we're thankful for that, and not building it wrong the first time. We see a lot of people build their buses wrong, and then they're selling them. Or they're building them for other people. And we've really said, what is practical? What do we need for our growing family? Planning for more children in the future, if it's Yahuwah's will, and this and that, and where we're going to be in weather conditions and different things. And we've really, really thought about every little detail. And Yahuwah's blessed us. He's taught us so much that we didn't know at all before we got here.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot about the buses as well, of just our own bus and how to fix it. But like Lily said too, we've been looking back and seeing that our old bus, it was really hard to lose that bus, but it was a very big
home where we even had our third baby in that bus. It's very sentimental to us. It's hard to let it go, but Yahuwah says he has something better. Yeah,
and it was also, though, it was a way, like Lily said, where we could experience it. We learned how to live on the road. Had we have put the time and energy that we're putting into this build, into the layout and everything that we had in that bus, it wouldn't have been a good fit. We wouldn't have enjoyed it. But having lived in that bus and seeing what works, like Lily said, what doesn't work, we can change a couple things in this bus, and we'll have an even better layout that will be perfect for us until forever. We don't ever foresee a time where we won't be in the new bus. Even if we do get have a lot of children, if the Father blesses us with many more children, we might look at getting a small property and putting a small shed conversion house just to expand our living space, but still living in the bus. That way we could, still be mobile or do things or go places, but also have a little bit of an area that we could somewhat spread out. But the bus will be
the ideal way to live.
Yeah.
And you were telling me the other day, if we had if someone just randomly Yahuwah brought $100,000 to us, we thought would we change anything that we're already planning on doing?
Yeah, or our dated if you the whole idea is if somebody won the lottery or something overnight, they like not going to work tomorrow, and I'm not doing this, and I'm like changing my whole direction in life, because they got blessed with this large chunk of money. But the thought popped into my head, like I just was talking to Lily. I was like, if we had like $500,000 somebody just gave us randomly, our tomorrow would look the same as it did before we had the money. Our goal would still be to build this bus and still be to go out and bless people, and then we would be able to do that even greater if we had $500,000.
We would use a very small chunk on ourselves,
Yeah,
and the
well,
rest would be to bless and further His will.
Yeah, we would definitely have the funding to be able to build the rest of the bus, which we currently don't have, but it wouldn't change our outlook, or it wouldn't change, like we wouldn't be like, whoa, now we're going to move to the islands and just live our life.
Yeah.
We would continue to do everything that we're currently doing.
And that's how we know we're making the right decisions now too, because if Yahuwah said, take whatever path in that whatever way you want, choose which way, this is the way that we would choose, no matter what our circumstances were, unless He showed us differently. But He's reaffirmed and confirmed this way of living for us. This is the most simple, safest, meaningful, purposeful way that we can live, and also live for others and laying our life down for other people too. And that's one thing,
and our family.
We hope that other people will remember and know about our situation. And when we ask for help, we're not only asking for help for our will and our home and like our family even. Obviously, this is our home. This is where we're going to be spending the majority of our living space and time and everything. But we're putting ourselves in a position to go out and bless other people. Yeah. Like we've talked in previous videos, we want to go to other widows' homes and fellowship with them and help them with whatever projects they need fixing around their properties or their homes. And Alex was in carpentry for 10 years, and clearly he's very, very skilled in what he does. And we want to take this and all the tools that we've acquired through this and go be Yahuwah's hands and feet, the hands and feet of our Messiah, and actually labor for other people for free. And we are just praying that we are just willing vessels and just going to do His will. And that's what this is. It's literally our mobile ministry. Yeah.
And then not only that, we also put out signs. We also go talk to homeless people, give them food, clothing, scriptures, pray with them, encourage them, help them to be like encouraged to walk the narrow path amongst all the other paths that people could take. And we really just have the heart to do all those things and more. We have a lot of other things, like with all of the with all of the natural things that Liz been making in order to bring healing to people. We can bring that to people now as we do our homeless ministry. If we meet somebody who has an infirmity or a problem or something that they need help with,
we come with not only prayer but also physical things to help them. And Yahuwah gave us His creation. Like, if you have an ailment, odds are right outside your door there's a cure. And we have a testimony coming up about that. So I'm not even going to mention what it is, because that's a whole other thing. But
so this isn't just a bus for us. It's a bus for us, for homeless people, for people to be shown maybe for the first time in their entire life about the Sabbath. But it's not something that a lot of people talk about, but that's one of our biggest things that we're the most passionate about is the Sabbath. And
changed our life.
Yeah, and we've placed over 250 signs, and we would like to
22 states. I think.
Yeah, and we would like to place a lot more than that. That's very, like, when we think about that, it's like we could place so many more. So we're not going to stop doing that, and unless it's Yahuwah's will, but I don't think there's any reason that it wouldn't be. So He's blessed us. We have amazing testimonies from placing signs. But yeah, so it's so much more than just a home for us. But this is where we are currently. It is not our home, and we're working on it. And we have, like I said, we've got the windows, we've got the sheet metal for the outside. The next thing I think that we've got to purchase would be the trim for around the windows, and then after that we need insulation and sheeting for the floor, and then we need just a couple of sheets of plywood to put as it's called strapping around on the hat channels, and then that we will spray foam out to the strapping. So just the floor insulation, plywood, the strapping material, and then spray foam. And we're hoping to get that chunk of everything done. We're hoping to get that chunk of the bus build done before it starts to get a little bit too cold. We're not quite sure yet if we can spray foam the bus after it gets too cold here. I've got some concerns about condensation inside the bus while it's being spray foamed, so we've got to do a little bit more research on that yet. Talk with a couple people we're looking at having spray foam it, but we're hoping to have...
We would do that ourselves, but that's definitely not something that we can do ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's like the only thing on the entire bus that we're actually having to hire someone else for.
But that's because they've got, I don't even know how expensive of a spray foaming machine that...
Very high pressure.
Yeah, that's the key thing.
You can't get it yourself.
The key thing is spraying under pressure. It's a whole entire different thing. We could talk for hours about spray foam, but if you buy spray foam from a store and try and install it yourself, it costs 3/4 of the price of having a professional do it, and you don't even get half of the quality of what you would do.
We've seen people try to spray foam their own buses, and it ends so badly.
Not only the skill that it takes for you, the user, to spray the foam could easily be messed up, but the foam itself is not the same. Even though it is closed cell spray foam, it is not the same as having a professional.
Pretty much everyone that we've heard even talk about it says they regret it and they should have just hired someone else for it.
Because you're really only saving 25% of the cost.
Like we've said, we've weighed everything.
Yeah.
For every option, for every step of this build, we have exhausted our research and prayer, and we really feel like Yahuwah has blessed us tremendously with wisdom on how to do it right. And we think this is going to be a great blessing for others, especially since you're doing it yourself. And you're going to show people that it's possible to do it completely on your own, especially if you don't have a wife that you have to help that is sick. I haven't talked about it too much, and I was thinking about it before we started the video of how I could just briefly summarize it. And it's the best way I can describe how I've been sick in summary is just autoimmune stuff. It feels like my body is attacking itself. And so Alex has had to help me a lot. I mean, he's been cooking pretty much all of our meals and doing a lot of the cleaning and prep day work for Shabbat and different things, and it's been very hard for sure. And then 4 children that we have to take care of now. So if you're just a single dude or a single couple or whatever, you could do this way faster and way easier than we could.
The bus build itself is very simple. It's just a lot. It's a lot of work, but it really is the same thing over and over and over. You do one thing, and then you do that one thing a couple thousand times, and then you move on to the next step.
Yeah, and if you are dedicated and this is really what you want to do with your life, you can do it.
Yeah, even if you don't know anything.
Yahuwah will make the way for it. It's very simple.
Yeah.
There's very simple things. You just learn it step by step. Pretty much every single person that has built a school, he learns from YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's everything. We've exhausted our research just mostly through YouTube and Google.
Yeah. And what have I told you a lot of times? I tell Lily a lot. I've built the bus in my head a couple hundred times now. Go through every step and try and
even in your dreams, and you're falling off the roof in your dreams.
And just go through the processes of is this the best way to do it, and actually sit there with the material in my head and put things together and just visualize it and try and think about any potential problems that could come up. And so far in the build process, we haven't had a single problem come up yet because of that pre-planning that we've been doing and thinking ahead and working through things.
And the Father's really blessed us last minute with things. If we're about to do something that could be better, he kind of just brings it to your thoughts, do it this way. And you're like, well, yeah, that makes way more sense. And we've been praying for that more than anything. Father, help us build this bus without flaw. We don't want to mess it up this time. Last time we didn't know much, but this time we are making sure and being very diligent and making sure the foundation of the bus is built on him and our faith and for his will.
So that's the current progress on the bus. And like I said, we just bought the windows last night. It'll take about a week for them to get in, and then we'll have them
next week.
We're not sure when we're gonna put them in. Obviously we can't put them in until we put the sheet metal on the bus, but we're not sure if we're gonna wait until after spray foam yet. I'm thinking that's probably the best bet the best solution best option to wait until after the spray foam is done, just to make sure that everything is done expanding and moving, and then put the windows in after all that. So, but Yeah, I think, and we have the funding to get those plastic boards for around the windows. But after that, we're looking, praying and just asking Yahuwah to provide for the insulation foam for the floor, and then the sheets for the floor, and then there's glue involved in that rather than screws, where if you'd screw something through the floor, then you put a hole through your floor and the screws can rust through the floor. So we're just going to glue the sheets to the floor, and then glue the plywood to the foam. It's amazing way to do it. That way everything is solid and there's no thermal bridging, because it's just metal of the floor, insulation, and wood. There's no thermal bridging of a screw through that to allow condensation to get through or anything like that. So that's definitely the best option we've seen for that.
Yeah,
But
and stuff for that, and then the spray foam itself is, we just need
the strapping would be at before spray foam.
and strapping.
Yeah.
So we just need financial help for that as well. And we're just praying that Father brings people to us through this whole thing. We have just fully trusted him, fully trusted that he provides in his timing, and just bringing it to him and surrendering it to him. We're doing everything we can to work for him and not ourselves, and not try to build our own kingdom in any way, and fully work for him and building his kingdom. And we've seen there's so many people out there that really, really need help. And there's very few people living like this and laying down their lives full time for just being open and willing to do his will, and always ready for that. So we know that he will move in the hearts of people that are meant to help us. And maybe you're one of those people. Maybe he'll move in your heart to help with whatever you can, $10 or $1,000, whatever you have personally to help us. Any little bit helps. And we are doing everything that we can with natural medicine, and that was even a big step of faith in the middle of the winter, him telling us to invest in all these herbs. But we're just seeing the confirmations from that, so many healing testimonies, and I thought personally, I was like, okay, who is going to bring us to doing natural medicine full time, and then that's just going to fund our whole bus bill? And he's like, no, you're going to give most of it away to people that can't afford it, and and it's going to bless and bring healing to people. But you're going to trust me for money, and you're still going to be having to be vulnerable and ask for help. And
But also we've been praying and feel like it was told us or shown us that it's for the people who need it. It's not just something like that. I mean, everybody needs it. Everybody, a lot of things
I
that
think
like
everyone should have our Heal All salve
and the
for
tooth,
sure.
the tooth
And,
powder.
I mean,
is
all
very
of it,
good.
and our Bleed Stop powder that's coming out, and so many people that have it now, like especially our Heal All salve, they say, I don't ever want to be without it. And we don't either as a family. Our toddlers come and grab it whenever they got a little owie or mosquito bite or a scrape, and they just put a little bit on it, and it's perfect. Go over there where I can see you. The babies are playing at their little playground area over there.
So yeah,
And our other two are sleeping.
We're just in the build stages of everything that we have material for, and we're just praying that the Father would bring us the funding to be able to continue building, and Yahuwah willing, get all of those things, like I said, up to spray foam done before winter. If the bus could be enclosed and insulated before winter hits, then we would be able to continue working on it all winter. But the up where we live, winter comes very early, and they salt very heavily up here. They don't use like just rock salt. They actually do what's called a brine solution. So they mix water with salt at a very, very high level, and they spray that all over the roads before any kind of a snow or ice storm, or even just when it starts to get cold, and it'll stay on the roads until it gets rain or ice, and it melts it off, and they reapply it. But we don't want to drive this bus at all up here in the winter, because that road salt is what causes vehicles to rust. And right now this bus has no rust on it whatsoever.
Not at all.
Because it came from a climate where they didn't use road salt.
That's why Alex drove all the way to Washington from Wisconsin. A 5-day journey there and back to get a rust-free bus. What, honey?
Okay.
Okay. Just be careful.
Ready? took a breath of the rope down. All right.
I don't know why you even paused there.
Well, 'cause
it
we'll
would
just
have been
clip it.
fine. We didn't need to clip it.
It was a long time.
It was fine.
Okay, sorry. We'll clip this part then. So yeah, we would like to get the bus, Yahuwah willing, fully enclosed and spray foam before the winter. That way we won't have to move the bus at all during the winter.
We
What are you
gotta
doing?
start over.
Why?
It's fine.
What is funny?
You made me stop, and you just started when I was still smiling, and it was weird.
It's gonna be a 10-hour. That's
I'll
why.
take a drink.
So, Yahuwah willing, we're looking to get the bus enclosed and spray foamed before winter. That way we won't have to drive it anywhere, and we can maintain it completely rust-free. Because if we can't get it spray foamed before winter, then we're probably not going to be able to work on it in the winter.
Isabella, stay where I
So-
can see you, hon.
So, that's where we're at, and we've got enough material right now to get it enclosed, and we just need a couple of other things before we're able to get the spray foam. So, if you guys want to pray for us, we will be able to have the funding when the time comes to be able to get the material that we need for the flooring.
Or before, even. It would be
Yeah.
a blessing if we could get it before we are ready to do it. It's nice to be prepared.
Yeah.
Or even simple things we've been considering and praying about if it's Yahuwah's will for us to get an air conditioner before. Because it's just been so hot.
Yeah.
Even in the house. Like sometimes it gets to 90 in there and we're just sweating like crazy. And
Yeah.
it would be a blessing to have one now. But whatever
It's
Yahuwah's
okay,
will
Isabella.
is.
It's okay.
What are you saying?
Mosquitoes.
Okay, we're almost done, okay?
It's alright. Pray that they will go away, okay? Okay. I love you. So yeah, we're just hoping that we can do that, and like Lily said, it would be nice if we could have that material, like we have the sheet metal here and ready, so that when the time comes, we're ready to put it on. We don't have to go get that material. Like if it would be a sunny day, and those are very precious. So we've been trying to make sure we get all of the material that we need on like rainy days and stuff. So yeah, if we could have that material here, that would be an even bigger blessing. But yeah, we just need those couple of things: the insulation, the sheets for the floor, the sheets for the wall, and spray foam. And then if we get those couple things, then we're good to continue. And we're good to continue working throughout the winter on the bus. But the biggest blessing, I think, is our barn boards.
Yeah.
Because once we spray foam the bus, normally in a house you would put like drywall on the walls, but we actually last summer we tore down an old barn, and we took all of the barn boards. The barn was falling over, and we bought some of the barn boards, and I just stripped them all off the barn, and then they bulldozed the barn down. But we're actually going to put the barn boards complete, like the entire inside of the bus is all going to be old reclaimed barn board, and we have all of that right now.
Yeah. So we had, and that was only $200.
Yeah,
that we had to
$200,
spend. And
yeah.
if you look, you're paying like usually around $3 per square foot for aged barnwood.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a whole awesome testimony on how Yahuwah provided it, and we'll put that in a different video.
I think we might have already talked about that.
I don't know if we have.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
I think we're saving it for a good testimony video.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
It was Yahuwah's perfect timing.
Yeah. Everything
yeah,
is.
so that's
so we just have shalom through this time.
Yeah.
Even like we didn't want to be here for another winter.
Yeah.
It's a hard winter up here, but our friend needs a lot of help here as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we need
There's a lot of work that we want to do while we're here as well.
Mm-hmm. Like for ourselves, you mean?
No, I mean like for
her.
Yeah. Like there's just so much stuff inside that we weren't able to get to last winter with all the stuff that we're doing, and with having Alma and everything.
Yeah.
So like the whole trim in the basement and everything that I want to get done. So there's a lot of work that her house needs.
Yeah, and she's trying to downsize and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, she's widowed, and we're just helping her take care of it while she's away taking care of her elderly mother. And it was literally perfect timing for us being here and providing everything we need. And she needed so much help and is going to need help. So at first we were really like petitioning the Father, like, just get us out of here before the winter. But we see we're needed here.
Yeah.
And it's also better to not
Rush the build
and make sure we're making the right choices and being very diligent with what we do and making sure it's right the first time. And our friend even said that too. She's like, it's better to just do it right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you got one
The
shot
second
at
time.
Yeah, the second. Yeah, first time for this bus,
True.
and last time.
Yeah. But yeah, so the entire, all of the structure and everything on the inside, we've already got the material for, which is a very big blessing. So there won't be much funding to go into that. But after that, really all we need to build up funding for, or to be blessed with funding for, is just our couple appliances. We're gonna, you will willing, we'll have one mini split air conditioner in the middle of the bus and then one in the back, and that'll allow us to cool different zones of the bus down differently, or only use only cool the front of the bus or only cool the back, and then so just like a fridge for ourselves. And then we're not sure yet what we want to do for like an oven, a range cooktop. We're still trying to figure out the best way that we can do that. But then so something for that, and then
a wood stove.
Yeah, wood stove.
Different little things here and there, just to make it an actual home for our family of 6.
But like Lily said, we have been considering whether we should get one of those mini splits now. If we who would bless us to have a mini split now, that way we could utilize it.
That would be nice.
Like here in the house, because there's no air conditioning here at all, and it's been very humid and extremely hot lately, so it's been difficult, but we've been getting through it. But yeah, so, and then I think the very last thing that we need before the bus is completely like built is solar panels for the roof. We've already got the solar racking for those to attach to, and then so just solar panels and a new battery bank, and it's all-in-one inverter charger, and I guess you'd call it like a grid charger. So it charges the batteries with the solar power with the grid plug-in, like an RV plug-in,
and then
also batteries.
Us to be fully off-grid, so that when we do go to a widow's property somewhere, we don't need anything. Like, we can just come in to their property, or come to their property, park, and say, we don't need anything from you. We got our own water, we got our own power. We can even help you with some power or water if you need it. Cook you food, take care of you. We're here just to bless you.
Fellowship.
And not take in any way. Like, this season has been very, very hard for us because we don't like to ask for help. And I have fought the Father on it. I don't enjoy asking for help in any way, and neither do you. We are very much do it ourselves, get it done type of people, but He's put us in a position to be asking for help for a season, and then once we are done with this, we're not going to need anything. We're going to be able to give to people so much. And I just can't wait to get to that point and just be able to bless others. It's better to give than to receive.
But the cool thing about the solar panels is the solar panels are very cheap. If you buy them online, you can get them for very cheap. And then with the battery bank that we want to get, we'll be able to run our both air conditioners just off the solar panels, and then also off of the battery bank overnight. And
a lot of people don't understand like how much freedom that gives us as well, because in the summers with our old bus, we didn't have air conditioners that we could be off grid with. We had like ones you had to be plugged in for, because they drew so much power. And we were hiding like by Lake Michigan to get the cool breeze off the lake, and just to stay cool in our old bus, and it limited what we could do for Yahuwah so much, and where we could go. And
even right now the old bus is hiding in the shade, because I just moved it from being parked in partial sun. It was 98 degrees in there,
and that's really nothing. Like when we had it up to 112 that day
with 3 air conditioners.
Alex got heat stroke, and that was in so air conditioners is a must if you're going to be.
But also the spray foam will be over 3 times as insulated as our old bus with the spray foam,
and will not allow mold.
Yep,
it's the only way to do a bus to not have it mold. What? Okay. Why don't you go down the slide for a sec?
If you keep moving, they won't get you.
We've had plagues of mosquitoes up here.
Growing up, I came up here, and
okay, we're almost done.
It was always like they'll literally carry you away. If you're outside, especially Lily and the babies, if they get bit, they just get swallowed up and stuff. So
Eliana's awake, so we should.
So if you guys want to pray for us, that you will bless us in His perfect timing with the funding, and pray that He would make a way for that. And also, if if you do feel led to donate, we highly encourage you to check out our website, setapartservants.com/shop. And rather than just donating, there is a large selection of either Zeet or Lily took a lot of time and made a lot of set apart paintings, and now she has them available as canvas prints. So you can have a canvas that has one of her paintings printed on it for really cheap. So there's paintings, there's Zeet. We have a lot of different natural healing things, stickers. What else is on there? There's a lot of stuff on there.
Got little lamps with Yehu and Yahusha's name, like the little plug-in night lights that you can put in your children's room or bathroom or hallway. Necklaces.
Frankincense essential oil, or frankincense not essential.
Not
frankincense rollers.
Pure infused oil.
Yeah.
And that healed our son's eczema. We have Heal All salve. Okay, we're gonna go inside, Isabella. Cayenne salve, magnesium spray, tooth powders, castor oil rollers, frankincense rollers.
Mm-hmm.
Just tons of stuff that I can't even think of it all right now. And more coming.
Yeah.
I have more coming as well.
Yeah. It's already made. It just needs to be posted.
Takes time.
Yeah. So if you feel led to donate or support us, we definitely prefer that you check that out, so that way you could be blessed if you have something that the cayenne salve could potentially heal, like arthritis, so many different things. Just check that out before you donate, and we would love to be a blessing to you with the things that you has blessed us with. So check that out, and just pray for us.
Yeah, and if you're someone that needs help and can't afford it,
Reach out.
Has really blessed us and allowed us to give a lot of things away for free too. And we just want people to be healed, and we want to give to others as much as we can, but also we do appreciate if people can afford it to get it from us, and it blesses us to keep on doing what we're doing. And we know that everything happens in His perfect time. Teas as well.
Lots of teas.
We have our Sweet Shalom tea is so good.
But
it's very relaxing.
They're not just for tasting.
They're not. No, they actually I don't think people understand the power of herbal teas. Like they can actually heal you. That's like one of the best ways to use His creation, drinking teas. So check those out too. And our babies need us, so we got to wrap it up.
Hallelujah. You bless you guys, and we'll see you again soon.
Hallelujah. Okay, it's time to go inside.